Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. In today's video, I am sharing my everyday jewellery collection and jewellery storage. It's been a while since my last jewellery update video, so I thought I would film a brand new one for you, focusing on both my jewellery storage and also my everyday jewellery favourites. So let me start off by sharing my jewellery collection storage, because I think it can be really tricky to find the best storage solution for jewellery. I know that over the years I have had many different storage solutions for jewellery, but none that have quite worked as well as my current jewellery storage does. So this is where I store my jewellery. Now this is a set of 4 individual different stacking sets basically, which make up this really beautiful jewellery box. But the thing I love about this is not only is it very pretty and looks really nice on a shelf or on a table, but also it really is great in terms of storage inside. So it's broken down into quite a lot of compartments, really great for storing jewellery. Now this set is from a brand called Stackers. I've had this for I think around 5 years now. I keep this out on a shelf and I am constantly using it, and it looks impeccable in my opinion. It really does look immaculate. So here I have 4 individual stacking boxes which look like this basically, but I will show you the individual boxes because I have 2 are the same and then the other 2 are different styles of boxes, so you can really mix and match the set to include the type of storage that you need. So my first box, which is at the bottom of my collection, is the biggest, so it's quite thick in size. It's got 3 compartments in here and it really fits a lot in there. You can tell this has a lot rammed into here, but everything is super safe and super secure because it's almost got like this felt lining as well, which is really good for storing jewellery. And not only that, where the whole set is covered, it essentially means that your jewellery isn't getting too much light and tarnishing and, you know, all those sort of things that you need to worry about with your jewellery. In these Stackers boxes, they are kept very safely. So in this layer, I have here a bunch of bracelets, which are usually like my summer bracelets. So I have a couple of like shell ones and just different bits and bobs. I also have quite a few of these little felt pouches, which are great when I'm then traveling with jewellery if I want to keep any pieces individually. Here in the middle, I have a lot of watches. I used to really love wearing and changing up my watches, but now I only really typically do that if it's a special occasion. For example, I will choose a slightly nicer watch. Otherwise, pretty much daily I wear a smartwatch, but I will talk you through that a little bit later. And then on this section here, I have pretty much just chunky jewellery, so jewellery that doesn't quite fit in any of my other sections because they're quite big. So this is my bottom layer, and then on top of that I just want to show you how these stack. So this is my layer on top, and literally you just pop it on top and it stacks like that. So it's really good whenever I want to use or get to a particular layer. I just open it up like this and it's super easy. It's not drawers or anything like that. Sometimes I find drawers and things a little bit fiddly, so I really like that this is literally as easy as lifting and then stacking one on top of the other. So my next compartment is where I keep my necklaces, and as you can see, this one has way more divisions. This has 25 separate little divisions where I have loads of different necklaces stored in there. This is my favourite style of compartment, and I've been very tempted to order another one of these. That's another great thing about the Stackers jewellery boxes, is that you can keep adding to the box, you can keep adding to your stack of collection as your collection grows. So I keep necklaces in one, and then I have another exactly the same 25 little compartments for my earrings. For the final layer, this is what lives on the top of my Stackers collection, and this is where I have the addition of a little open box and open flap. I feel like this is not only just very pretty to have on the top of the collection because you can open it up and it looks very much like a traditional type of jewellery storage, but also it's quite nice for me to have in here the items that I reach for the most, because obviously they are going to be the easiest to reach. So in here it's a bit mismatched, to be honest with you. There is a lot going on, but I have a variety of different sections. I have 2 long necklace compartments, which is where I keep my most worn necklaces, the one that I reach for the most. Then I have a bracelets section here, which again, bracelets that I reach for a bit more frequently. I have gold rings on this side, and then on this side I have a pair of large hoop earring. These don't fit in the earring compartment, so they have moved up here. I do wear them quite frequently though. And then I also have some rose gold rings on that side as well. This section in the middle has these sort of ridges, which I think are usually used to store rings, if I'm not mistaken. However, I keep my stud earrings here, so I have a second piercing, so I have different studs for this piercing, for example. And then I also have little cuffs and things like that. Just basically those pieces that could get lost because they're so small. I like to keep them in here because it means I can see them really clearly and easily as well. Then I have a watch here. This is usually like my smart watch if I've got a wedding or something like that. I will typically go for this watch. And then on this side here, I have a few more bracelets, but all of those more of like gold tone bracelets, which I think are great for like day to day. But that is my top layer up here, which closes very easily and adds on to the top of my Stackers collection. So 4 compartments here, they fit in so much jewellery. I'd say I have a fairly large jewellery collection, but everything fits inside this jewellery storage just so perfectly. So I thought I would share it with you because I often get questions about how and where I store my jewellery. So I wanted to basically share my Stackers jewellery collection. Whilst I would love to share my entire jewellery collection with you, there is quite a lot, as you probably gathered. So to save time, I decided instead to share my everyday jewellery. So these are the jewellery pieces that you see me wearing most here on my channel, on my Instagram, and just day to day. These are the pieces that I typically gravitate towards. So let's start with earrings, because I genuinely feel like earrings are such a staple in my jewellery collection. I always feel incomplete without a pair of earrings on. We'll start with the hoop earrings because I really feel like hoop earrings are just... I just love hoop earrings. I've been wearing them for as long as I remember. I used to wear the really like massive, huge hoop earrings. I don't quite wear earrings that large anymore, but I do still love my little everyday sized hoops. So let's start off with the ones that I am currently wearing. These are from Monica Vinegar and they are the Fiji large hoop earrings. I think these are such a good staple to have in your jewellery collection. If you're a little bit unsure or you just want to start wearing hoops or you want an everyday hoop, I think the Fiji hoops from Monica Vinegar are perfect. They fit the brief so well. I've had these in my collection for many years now. They have been featured in jewellery collection videos for a very long time. Monica Vinegar is a brand I absolutely love. You will notice from my everyday jewellery collection, majority of it does come from Monica Vinegar. It's just a brand that I really do adore. I actually have a discount code that runs all year round with Monica Vinegar, by the way. So you can get 20% off everything on their website using the code Peexo20. I will leave it in the description box down below just in case you want to refer back to this video when you're doing some Monica Vinegar shopping and you would like to use my discount code, then definitely do. I will also link all of the individual pieces that I share in this little section, so my everyday jewellery, so that you will be able to shop any of the pieces if you wish to do so. But I wanted to mention that discount code. I feel like I'm always sharing it on Instagram, but I just think it's such a good one, and like I said, I have and love so many Monica Vinegar pieces in my collection that it would be a shame to not share the discount code with you. So next up on the hoop earring front, I have a chunky pair of hoop earrings. These have also been in my collection for a very long time, possibly 4 to 5 years, and these aren't looking as good anymore. I have to be honest, they have definitely seen better days. They are starting to lose quite a lot of colour, so I do want to update them. And these were originally from the Hoop Station, which is a brand I found on Instagram, and they kindly sent me these earrings, and I have honestly loved and worn these so much over the years. They have really done a very good job in terms of keeping me going with the chunky hoop earring front. However, like I said, they aren't looking as good and as fresh as they once used to. They are tarnishing a little bit and just losing a bit of that cold colour that they originally had. However, Monica Vinegar do have a very similar pair on their website, which are on my wish list, and I will definitely be purchasing those because I have loved and worn this pair so much over the years. As for something slightly more extra, I have these pearl drop hoop earrings, which I love. I've also had these in my collection for quite a long time, maybe 3 years years, maybe more. I know that I got these for my birthday from my parents and I have absolutely loved them ever since. They are high street, which is very good considering the price, the fact that they're high street, and how they still look pretty much intact, like they haven't tarnished in terms of colour. The pearl pendant is still looking really great as well. So these have also actually lasted very well. I was very pleasantly surprised with these. So they're from And Other Stories originally. They do tend to come back in stock every now and again, so I will leave them linked below for you. Even if they're out of stock at the moment, they may come back into stock, but definitely have a check. So they're ultimately a slightly chunky hoop earring, a very small one, and then they have quite a large pearl drop pendant, which I adore with these earrings. I think they're great in the summer. They're great as an option for just something a little bit different, I guess. I love the addition of pearl pendants and gold jewellery. I just love that mix. I think that the two mix so beautifully and complement each other really beautifully. So these earrings are essentially the best of both, and I really love them. I wear them a lot, and I just think for the price and the quality, I'm super impressed with these, and I'm sure I will continue to wear them so much more. Then this may be a little bit random, but I also wanted to chat you through the studs that I wear. So I have a second piercing only on my right ear. I did do it on both ears, but for some reason the one on my left side just was not enjoying itself, and it ended up closing up because I just couldn't be bothered with the healing process anymore, to be honest. So I only have a second piercing on the right side, and I often alternate between different studs. I think that a stud is an easier earring to wear. I think that when it comes to hoops, although I absolutely love how double hoops look, I don't necessarily love how it looks on me. I don't know what it is, but I've tried it a few times and I only really like it when I have like a matching set. Otherwise I think it can look a little bit mismatched, but that's just a me thing. So the stud that I have in at the moment is actually a really pretty like flower stud. It's got little diamonds on it and it's just the prettiest little stud. I think it complements really beautifully with, again, a lot of my gold jewellery, mostly hoop earrings because I'm always wearing hoop earrings, but I think it looks nice. I think it adds a little something extra and I just really like how it looks. But if I'm not wearing this stud, then typically I will go for, I mean, you're not going to see me holding this up, but I have done cutaways. I'm usually wearing this little lightning bolt. I love the lightning bolt. It's just so cool. I was after something like this for such a long time and it really took me ages to find one, but when I did, I snapped it up immediately because I just love the look of it. And the fact that this one is a gold stud as well really makes all the difference, because there are a lot of studs that are silver or like diamante or diamonds, but then with silver hardware, whereas I really wanted something with gold hardware because all of my jewellery is gold, so I really wanted it to complement, and luckily enough I found this one. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love it and I always get compliments whenever people notice this one. I'll move on to rings next. I'm actually wearing all of the rings that I would consider to be my everyday rings. Usually I wear these or a variation of them, but today I'm wearing all 6 of them, so I thought I would quickly chat you through them. Majority of them are from Monica Vinegar again, except for my dome ring. So I'll start with my dome ring, seeing as that's the only one that isn't from Monica Vinegar. So this dome ring is from Daisy London. I've had it for maybe 2 years, I want to say. The thing I love about it is that it's a chunky gold ring, but it's got that domed shape, so it makes it a little bit different and a little bit more interesting. So I love it on its own, but I also love layering it. So right now, for example, I have it layered with another ring over the top, and I just really like how it looks. I like that it's a little bit different. Stacked on top of that ring, I have the Nura Teardrop Ring from Monica Vinegar. Now I really love this ring. I love how different it looks. I don't know, but it's honestly one of my favourites. It's also one of the most affordable rings on Monica Vinegar, but I think it looks way more expensive than its price tag. I really love it. It's one of my favorites. I think I want another one, like exactly the same, but I just want another one as I love it as a stacking ring, but I also really like it worn on its own. I think it's a really solid jewellery pick in my opinion. Then next to that I have the signature thin band ring. I've had this ring for many years, possibly 6, 7, maybe even more. It was one of the first rings I bought, like full stop. I never used to wear rings, but then I suddenly got into them and now I pretty much wear rings all the time. So this is one of their signature rings, still available at the moment. It's part of the core collection on Monica Vinader and I absolutely adore it. Mine has seen better days without a doubt, but I think it's down to the fact that it has been around and I wear it so much. I've literally been wearing this for years and years and years, like non-stop. So it has started to tarnish a bit on the edges and so on, but that's just something that I expect with jewellery that I wear and love so much. Same with those hoop earrings I have from the hoop station, like sometimes it happens. However, that doesn't stop me wearing and loving it because it really is just one of my favourites and a really like special one actually. I really do love it. And so then on to my other hand and the other rings that I have stacked. I have first up this really chunky one. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it's a really pretty hammered effect ring. And that's what drew me into this ring because it's so different. It's got this sort of hammered effect. It almost looks like a wave. It makes me feel very like calm and relaxed, but it's chunkier and thicker than any of my other rings, which again is something I really like about it because it just makes it that little bit more different. And then on my middle finger here, I've got 2 rings stacked yet again. So first up is the, I think this is called the Disco ring, and it's kind of similar to the Nura Teardrop Ring, but where the Teardrop Ring has lots of little droplets going around, this one just has lots of little lines like darted through the ring, which is very nice. It's a very subtle one and it's great for both stacking and also wearing by itself. Basically, I thought it was a great alternative to the Nura stacking ring. I just thought it was a little bit different but looks nice on its own, but also stacked on top as I have worn it here. And I've stacked it on top of the large Siren stacking ring. They definitely do blue, green and pink gems as well, or stones I should say, but this one is the white stone and I really love it. Again, this is something I've had in my collection for a very long time and have been wearing and styling so much over the years, but it's a really thin band, which is what I really like about it because it means you can wear it on its own, of course, but you can also stack it, and that's how I like to wear it. I like to stack different rings on top of it and then have the stone peeking through. I just really like how that looks. But that's a brief run through my ring collection that I wear almost daily. Moving on to necklaces next, I will start with the one that I'm wearing. This one is from Edge of Ember. It's a very, very beautiful necklace. It was part of their initials necklace that they brought out maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, but I've had and loved it ever since. I have, of course, my initial, which is a P, and then I also have a birthstone. This isn't actually my birthstone. I think the December birthstone is a blue stone. This one, I want to say, could be April, but I just liked that it was a neutral stone colour. It matches the ring that I have on actually, but I just liked that it was something a bit more neutral. Obviously you can customize this to have initials that mean something to you and even birthstones that mean something to you. You can basically create any sort of necklace that you like. So it isn't too chunky and it doesn't have too much going on. It's quite a simple one, which I think looks really pretty on bare skin like I'm wearing now. So beautiful in the summer. And then from Missima, this necklace was actually in my wish list for the longest time and I was so happy when I finally got it. This one is a choker and it has a really pretty green pendant there. It's a very pretty layering necklace, so as it's more of a choker length, it means that I can layer longer necklaces with it as well. So I love wearing this one in the summer. Actually, last summer I never took this necklace off. I literally wore it all the time. I just love the pop of green against the gold. I really do love green and gold together. I think they look so beautiful, and this choker necklace is just honestly stunning. They also do a longer length in this necklace, so that is a longer chain length with the same green pendant, but I just adore it and I can't tell you how happy I was when I added this necklace into my collection. It's still one of my everyday favourites. Next up, this one is Monica Vinader and this is their pearl pendant drop necklace. You can mix and match your necklaces and pendants on Monica Vinader. So this is the pearl pendant and then this is the necklace that I chose. So it's kind of like a twisted rope detail, which I really like with this pendant. I love wearing this necklace in the summer. You'll see me wearing and styling it so much more throughout the summer months because I think think it looks really pretty with summery dresses and really feminine outfits, and I find that in the summer my style becomes really quite feminine and quite girly. I wear a lot of dresses and I wear a bit more colour in my wardrobe as well, and I always find that this pendant necklace looks so beautiful with my summer outfits. My final necklace of choice is actually 2-in-1 because I have 2 different versions of these. So these are the Alta chain necklaces, both from Monica Vinegar. So I'll start off with the one that I've had in my collection for the longest time, possibly 6 or 7 years. I have really had this for a very long time. It was one of the first necklaces I ever got from Monica Vinegar. So again, it's one of those that really holds a special place in my heart. This is the Alta collection, as I mentioned. This is the smaller link chain. So you'll notice the difference between this necklace and the other necklace that I have is that this one has much smaller and thinner links. So sometimes I actually wear this one as a bracelet. I think I'm going to do that this summer. I'm going to shorten it and create a bracelet with it. You can create a choker style, you can create a more long line necklace, you can break it down into a bracelet if you so please. It really does give you options with a necklace like this one, and that's something I absolutely love about it. And then similarly, we have a more modern twist on the Alta chain necklace. So this is very similar in its style, so it does still have the various link details. However, this one is much larger, so just a little bit chunkier. However, I don't think it feels any heavier on the skin. It might sound a bit odd to say jewellery as heavy, but I just think it's down to the colour, where this is a much more lighter colour and brighter, and it has like shimmering specks as well, so it kind of glistens. I don't know, I really don't know how to describe it. I'm probably doing an awful job at trying to describe it, but honestly, if you see this in real life, maybe you can even tell from the cutaways where I'm wearing this necklace, it just glistens so beautifully. It's like it's got a layer over it where it just shines really beautifully as it catches the light. But again, one of my favourites, one that you can still mix and match. You can add pendants to it if you want to. You can really mix and match to create the perfect necklace combination for you. Last but by no means least, I don't know how much this classes as jewellery, but I did want to give a quick mention to my watch. I said at the start that I wear a smartwatch day to day, and it is a Fitbit Sense. I've had this for maybe a year, I want to say, or just over a year, coming up to 2 years, and recently I picked up a new strap for it. I have to say it's incredibly difficult to find like true gold straps like this one. It's not like gold plated or anything like that. It is essentially cheap. It was £14, but it's the colour that I really want, and I found it really hard to find the perfect gold colour so that my watch strap matches like my jewellery and things. I don't know if you can tell, but I quite like everything to match. And finally I found this strap on Amazon about a week ago. It took a really long time to arrive, but now that it's here, I have to say I am very happy with it. So I did want to mention it as well, just in case any of you are in the same boat. I did used to have a different strap that I wore. If you watched any of my previous videos, then you'll probably remember it. It was just slightly more like silvery, I want to say. It was essentially the same colour as the gold Sense watch, which again isn't quite a true gold in my opinion. It's definitely more of like a muted gold. So I'm very happy to have found a new gold strap that matches my jewellery collection, my everyday jewellery collection, much nicer. So I hope you enjoyed a little run through my everyday jewellery collection. If you do want to see me film a complete jewellery collection, then please do let me know. It's just a very big video that would take me a really long time to film, so I only really want to do it if you are interested in seeing it. So let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more jewellery updates, then please do give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well if you're not already subscribed. I upload lots of fashion, beauty and styling videos here on my YouTube, so subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you next week with a brand new video. A very big thank you for watching. Bye!